dance.
I will never not dance to the countdown.
Dance party.
It really is.
Dance party. Welcome to the No A-Hole Policy live stream show. I got all of the above.
All of the
D.
Yep.
D. It's all of the above.
Yes.
Answer D. All of the above.
And we're also on the D list, so
that too.
Oh,
I mean,
life on the D list with Kathy Griffin.
I'd actually be pretty happy if I was actually on a D list.
Yeah, I honestly, I'd be like,
I thought you meant the D list, not a D list.
Oh,
wait, what's the D
we are
list?
I know. I gotta
minute.
wait 10 minutes in. Well, it was coming from Gaby, so you never know.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's
Anyway,
fair.
welcome
Yeah.
to the show. I am Angie. I'm here with my sisters, Christine.
Hello.
And Gabrielle.
Hello.
Gaby.
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 Goobers. Yeah. All of the
We
above.
are here for a new show, new topic, because, we kind of try to live by the no a-hole policy in our life. Sometimes we are one. One of us was definitely one last week.
Right here.
Well, I wasn't going to out you, but okay.
Claiming it. I was totally.
But then we say, which made me think that we have to live with the ones that we're like okay with, the ones that we accept when it's okay. But anyways, before we get to that, how are you? How was your week? How was your weekend? I'm gonna have some wine while I listen.
Let's see. I scored some pretty cool stuff at the thrift store this weekend. So that was pretty successful. Yeah. We got a little, I'm going to call it a TV stand, but it's definitely a dresser. But it gives us the storage and it gives us a place to put the TV, the stuff and the stuff and the TV. So yeah. So that's what I did this weekend was I went to the thrift store and continued to, obviously you can see, not really do a ton of unpacking, but I did some unpacking. So
unpacking is really, really difficult.
It is
really difficult.
Then I have to figure out
it takes time. It takes time.
Yep.
Christine, what about you? How was your weekend thrifting?
I went somewhere with I went thrifting. I spent the day out with Elijah. So we went thrifting and he scored big time. And he got a jacket. I think it's worth like between $400 and $500.
Oh,
I don't know how he wants to make a profit off of the money I spent, but hey, that's how we do.
Okay. Yep. I mean,
love a born hustler. Love a hustler.
Yeah. So I did pretty good. So I was able to spend some time out. I try not to do too much time out driving around, but yeah, we went out. So it was good.
Good.
Nice.
Good.
Did you thrift? Did we all thrift this weekend?
I thrifted as well. And my mod screen just kind of went blank.
No.
Oh no, where did she go?
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's okay. We got this.
We got this.
We got it handled. I went thrifting as well and found some really beautiful hand painted vintage purses. Which are amazing. So and actually I think there's like 6 or 7 of them. It was clearly somebody's entire
closet
because I found one and then I looked and there was another and I was like, so I was like, thank you. So that was fun. So we had a good time. And then on Sunday, so we went thrifting to the same place Christine went. Found a couple of really cool things. So yeah, overall pretty relaxing.
Relaxing.
Yeah.
Nice.
And now we're gonna talk about. I seem to be the only one who watched the Grammys, so we're gonna do a Grammy wrap up.
All right, just bring it.
We're gonna talk about
the highlights.
I saw that.
Yeah, who showed up at the Grammys.
Once
again.
Wait, I want to know who you think the asshole is.
Oh, I've got thoughts.
Okay, well, let's bring it. But
first, let's get ready for the show.
Yeah.
Welcome to the No A-Hole Policy Podcast, the show where you'll find three sisters who talk about everything and nothing all at the same time. So grab your favorite beverage, get comfortable, and let's see what madness we can get into tonight.
So one, I actually really enjoyed the Grammys this year. Normally, every year, I like about half of the performances.
Okay.
Maybe half. Usually, I'm just kind of like, it's usually like too much, or it's just like I can't.
Too long.
Too everything.
Too
and
everything.
I actually really enjoyed it this year. I thought the host, guy who just did the Daily Show,
my boyfriend Trevor Noah,
brilliant. It's so funny, lots of jokes, but wasn't mean about it. His jokes weren't mean.
He never is.
No,
he's
not really, really good.
Well,
he can,
but it's not mean spirited. Does that make sense?
He's not mean. Like he knows, he throws shade, but he's not like slinging all the mud, right?
Yeah,
so, he's not dirty about it. I was kind of like on the fence about Miley's performance and everything.
Okay.
But looking back on it, I'm like, homegirl slayed. She slayed. I loved it. I loved her performance. She just was so present and in the moment and was like, I've been doing this for a really long time. I just won a Grammy. I'm here to party. Like, hell yeah. And I was here for it because there was a lot of joy coming from her. And so I was really happy for her. Tracy Chapman and Luke Combs singing.
I heard about that. Yeah. I heard it was really good.
Sublime.
Yeah.
I mean, so it was so, I forgot how good that album is. Tracy Chapman's album is so.
I want to watch all of this. Is there how can you watch I couldn't find any clip. I couldn't find any of the clips.
I saw most of mine on TikTok.
Really? TikTok.
Yeah.
While we're on country, we should. Somebody passed away today. Toby Keith.
Yeah.
Wow.
So may he rest in peace. Yeah. Very sad. Stomach cancer.
Yeah.
And pretty young, 62.
Yeah.
So
very young.
Very young. So Luke Combs, Tracy Chapman, Fantasia did a kind of honorary, thing for Tina Turner. She killed. So good. Trying to think who else performed. I'm missing someone that I really like. Travis Scott, I just kind of like.
Did he perform?
Yeah. And that's probably the one. I
didn't see it.
Yeah, I mean, he just didn't.
He's on tour right now, so he's probably freaking tired.
He was throwing chairs. He was kind of destroying the
venue.
It was deliberate. He was like,
okay.
Oh, throwing chairs and kind of like smashing, and it just wasn't.
It wasn't your jam.
Yeah, but it seems like a lot of people were like, Grammys were amazing except for Travis Scott.
Oh,
yeah. So he kind of got like, why? And usually I'm the outlier. Usually I'm like the person who's like, yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah,
like, I wasn't a big fan of the one from last year where the more demonic, whatever that song was. I didn't like that.
I can't remember who sang that song. Yeah,
was it Doja Cat?
Doja Cat and the guy. Yeah, Sam Smith. That's not my jam.
Okay.
And I was the outlier. Most people thought it was like creative, and I was just like, yeah, no, I'm not calling on demons. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay.
But overall, I thought it was amazing. T Swiftie won album of the year. But then Homeboy Jay-Z won the Dr. Dre Humanitarian Award.
Okay.
And he was making some really good points.
Right.
And was like, I think it was one of the years that I don't remember who it was, one like album of the year. And I think he was like DMX, I think, had done like 2 great albums that year. I don't remember. But they, basically calling out the Recording Academy and when he called out Will Smith the year for when he boycotted, and he's like, and then he just hotel and watched it online, so not much of a boycott. And he's like, but then he poked fun at himself, saying, I boycotted and then watched it from home, so shame on me too.
Yeah.
So he's making some good points, but then he was talking about his wife and was like, you have someone here who has won the most Grammys ever, which I didn't know that, and has never won Album of the Year. And he's like, so what is wrong with this picture? And he kind of went in on it a little bit, and Beyonce looks so uncomfortable. I mean, I actually felt her. She looks so uncomfortable. And he was up there with his daughter. And then it made reference to the Grammy being a sippy cup. And he's like, this used to be her sippy cup, but she's got her own Grammy. It just felt a little bit disrespectful to the moment. And, I don't know if Beyonce knew that's what he was going to do, but she looked really uncomfortable. So I'm guessing no. I don't know. I just think, for me, I think that there was probably a way he could have gotten that message across without coming off a little bit bitter. Right? Like an asshole. Like, I think I understand protecting your wife and like standing up for her, but one, if she didn't ask you to, right?
But she doesn't need you to. She's Beyonce,
right? Like, she's got him out.
She's Beyonce. I mean, and I'm not a big Beyonce fan, but I understand her status, and I understand her fame, and her presence in the music industry. May not understand it because I'm not an artist, but I get it. I get the whole Beyonce thing, and but she does not need you to do all that. She, I would be embarrassed. I'd be embarrassed, and I'd be pissed.
Yeah, I would have been.
No idea what that's going to do to her reputation. One, it may not do anything, but but you don't want it to be an up and coming artist. It's been only doing it a couple years, and this is how you decide that you want to stand up for your spouse, is acting like a straight fool, and you have no idea what that could happen to their career at that point. She's going to be difficult to deal with because I got to deal with her husband.
Right.
I mean, but she wasn't even up for Album of the Year this year.
No.
So see, that's what I went to look at, was like, did she lose this year? Was that why he was upset? But like, she wasn't even on the docket for Album of the Year this year.
And I think that there's something, I think it was just a way, and part of me really struggles with the point I'm about to make, because I don't like it when people do it to me. But I think that there was a more eloquent way for him to get that message across without making everybody in the room really uncomfortable and tearing people down at the same time. Is the Recording Academy problematic? Yes.
Yeah. Everything is.
Yeah, it is problematic.
Anything,
and they've made mistakes.
Everything is, really.
But
everything,
it was just kind of like, and with his daughter there, it just, I don't know. I didn't, it started out really, really good. And he was kind of, mentioning kind of the OGs and, Jazzy Jeff and Run DMC and, all of that. And then he kind of finished with like, you got issues. And I'm like, you just accepted a humanitarian award.
Yeah. Sit down. You've been in this game for how long? Let these young people take it and do whatever they need to do with it.
Right.
Beyonce, sit down too. You don't see J-Lo up there getting awards anymore either. Sit down. Know your role. Be a mentor to these up and coming people.
But Beyonce is still like a major player in the game. I mean,
Well,
her and Taylor
I'm not
were the ones
comparing her
that
to
had.
J-Lo. I'm definitely not
Oh,
comparing them.
okay.
No, I'm just
Gotcha.
saying I would never. There are two different leagues, right?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is yes, but they both put out music lately. So I mean, they're still putting out music, but you're taking away, like Angie has said, for these up and coming young artists that are doing their thing. And you have this, what they would see is this grown ass man with big dick energy trying to do all this for what?
Yeah.
What? She still didn't go home with an award. She still went home empty-handed with her husband and her child and had a great time. I mean, I would have been like, dude, let me just enjoy my time. I don't have to perform. I don't have to do any of this. I just have to sit here, look cute, eat my dinner or whatever they give them, and take my ass home.
And not only that, but like if he is
like a man,
like also like she is the most. She has won the. I mean, I get it. Like she hasn't won album of the year, but like she still won 32 Grammys.
She's got a gazillion dollars.
And listen, we don't know who she was up against any of those years.
Right.
So if she could have won
for one of those
because
years,
she had, you know, a lot of like a really great single in that album, right?
Yeah.
Like she had a really great single in that album, but in the album in its totality, did it match up against somebody else's? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the particulars, but that's just it's a lot. It's
also,
a
like,
lot.
Again, just kind of like going after the logical like arguments of if you can't like not be for the Academy, but then want her to win and be recognized by the Academy. Like if you're right, like if you're like criticizing the Academy, you don't give a shit about their opinion because you think they're problematic and they're not doing the right things, then what does it really matter at that point? I mean, you call them out, but then don't try and be like, oh, and then she also deserves this, because like if I don't respect like the Academy's opinion because I know it's problematic, then I'm not really worried if they don't give me album of the year because it does nothing for me. Like, it doesn't increase my sales. Exactly. She's like,
this is Beyonce.
Which is almost kind of like what Miley said when she took her award. She was like, this is amazing. She's like, I'm so happy with this Grammy. She's like, but yesterday was amazing too.
Yeah.
And tomorrow's going to be amazing. So this changes nothing. It's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
This changes nothing. I mean, she was very kind of like in the moment, like having her day. Like this Grammy is everything, but it's not. It's everything like in this moment. It is not going to change my life.
Yeah. And she was totally the one that I was most interested in seeing about after like all of the highlights that came out. One, I just like loved her look. Like I think she looked so damn amazing, and just
she looked like a rock star.
She looked like I just was like so into. I was like, oh my gosh, she looks phenomenal. Both in her little outfit for her performance and in the dress that she wore like on the red carpet. I just
saying I won a Grammy in the middle of her song, like changed up the lyrics.
I
mean, she was living her best life. And the song is great. I mean, I love this song.
I was obsessed with that song last year. Oh my gosh, I listened to that shit on repeat so many times.
I think we talked about it on a podcast. Her outfit in the video.
We talked all about because we talked about all the tea behind the drama.
All the tea.
No, I loved that song. I just thought it was so well done. I liked the vibe. Like I liked the music choice. Like how do I put it? It just felt like of a different era.
Yeah.
The way that she just kind of grooved to it, and it just made me want to dance.
Now, to be a little gossipy, the tea, she didn't thank her dad.
Oh,
does she ever?
I don't know, but I mean, she thanked her mom, her family. I mean, she called out her mom and she called out, but she did not call out her dad. I just find it interesting.
Well, okay, hold on. Here is an article that says untangling the rift dividing Miley Cyrus, Billy Ray Cyrus, and their family.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
And listen, I was obsessed with Hannah Montana with the girls when they were younger. That was a great show.
Yeah.
That was a great show. Yeah, we watched it all the time with the girls, and we had a lot of fun watching it. And I have a lot of good memories watching it. And we went to a Hannah Montana show.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in Orlando. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, but yeah, I didn't watch it. All I watched was highlights, and
she didn't even go to her dad's wedding. That just happened in October. Sorry, just thought I'd tell everybody that. Yeah, he just swapped vows with his new wife, and Miley did not attend their October nuptials. Says News.
I wonder how old the wife is.
Oh,
that'll tell you a lot.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Well, I mean, her name is Fire Rose.
What?
Her name is Fire Rose. Like that's what the girl's name is. She's a singer. She's, I think, maybe younger than Miley.
Oh, our mod said she's young.
Yeah, because she's 3 years older than Miley. Miley's 31, and the wife is 34.
Are we talking to Daddy? If he talks to someone 50,
hell no, I ain't going to no wedding. How about me? I'm the youngest. If
the youngest,
dating somebody that's 37, I'd be like, you at your
oh,
would you go to would you talk to Daddy, or would you?
I mean, I would talk to him, but I would, you know what? Age is nothing but a number. I get if he falls in love with somebody, I would be happy for him, but I would be very questionable. I would be questioning everything. I'd be questioning her. Her and I would be having many conversations.
Yeah. I'd be going up there.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yes, you would. You know what you do, Angie? You said me up there.
Yeah, you would pull every background check you could on the girl, pull all of her public records.
Oh yeah,
I would full blown.
And you have the file and say,
"Oh yeah."
And then we would have we'd have the manila folder exactly, and I would sit down with Dad, and I'd be like, "You got some splaining to do."
Yeah.
I would like to think that I would try to be mature about it, but that's not accurate. No
maturity.
I think it's time for a little self-awareness in my 50s, and I'm probably just not going to be that mature.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not happening.
I'm so yeah. I totally know that I would be so mad.
Yeah.
All
right. I would probably be. Yeah.
So I'm not going to speak for you, but I can say that my asshole in the Grammys would be Jay-Z. And I would say it's kind of like maybe just a-hole-ish behavior. Maybe he wasn't an asshole, but a-hole-ish behavior. That's what I would say.
All right.
Just
he was an asshole. It was a
I only saw bits and pieces of what he said.
I don't even need to hear what he said.
You don't? None of it.
No. You go up there and you ruin the moment for everybody else that's nominated and or had gotten the award, and ruin that moment by saying something. It has to turn back to the wife. That is an asshole move, and that's rude. And
you know what I just thought?
And you're saying all this while you are accepting an award.
Right. Yeah, the irony's not lost on me there.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
I mean,
granted, he wants to say what he wants to say, but you have to be mature enough to, to read the room. That's a sign of maturity. That is not mature. Yeah. Say it today. Say it tomorrow. Say it when you're not holding the fucking award.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought of two things. One, this is the second time that this has happened to Beyonce. The other time was at the MTV Music Awards when she actually did lose an award to Taylor, and Kanye got up there and did that. Now, I thought that the women handled it so graciously.
Right. They were very nice to each other.
Taylor just stood back and was like, okay, you're making an ass out of yourself, so I'm just going to let you. But then when Beyonce got up there, she actually brought Taylor up and said, I think Taylor needs to have a moment. So,
like, why does women have to do that? Why?
Right.
Why?
Like,
You're a grown man.
Right. So I thought the women kind of really wrapped it up nicely. And then the other thing was, I just remembered about that elevator fight with Jay-Z and Beyonce's sister. Remember when she was whooping up on him in the elevator?
Yeah.
The sister?
Then Beyonce just like,
yep.
I'm like, Beyonce was like unaffected. I was like, did you see what
because she was sticking up for her. Because
because that was like when all the snaz was going down around, right? You know.
Yeah.
And the sister is kind because she did it behind elevators. Let me tell you both. Yeah. I would not do that behind elevators. It would be out in public.
It'd be out in public.
Yes. I would be saying something wherever I'm at. I couldn't wait. I mean,
but we're also not worth billions of dollars. If we were worth billions of dollars, would you do it in the public or would you do it in the elevator?
Yes, I don't care. You're my sister before my billions of dollars.
Okay.
I don't care.
All right. I respect that.
Yeah.
I just remember that she put a whooping up on him in the elevator, and he did not flinch.
No.
And that told me everything, that he knew whatever
that he's an asshole.
He deserved it.
Yeah, you just don't do stuff like that.
Yeah. Like, Beyonce, I mean, say whatever you want. That woman is beautiful. Like,
gosh, none of us are safe.
Like, if you're going to cheat on Beyonce, none of us are safe out there.
Yeah.
Honestly, really. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But she, and that was when she put out that rockin' album, that music, like, it was like
the Yellow album, I think. Something like
that.
Lemonade.
Lemonade, yeah.
The Yellow album. Lemonade.
Yeah. Lemonade.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I was kind of going over like the a-holes were okay with, I kind of like think to myself, well, we have to define what an asshole means. What does that actually mean? Like, what is the definition of an asshole? So I had to look it up.
Okay. Are we getting medical or are we getting conceptual?
Conceptual. We're not going to do medical. I heard the conversation before we went live, and I was like in the bedroom, like getting dressed. Like I'm hearing this over my ear. When I heard tape ass cheeks apart, I was like, I'm so glad I'm not. Yeah, I had my inner ear, so I could hear.
You heard it?
Yeah,
I heard it. I can't unhear it now.
Yeah.
So
I can't unsee it because I saw it.
Fair.
Wasn't mine.
One of it said, a contemptible human who goes around doing cruel and intentional shit simply to piss off other people.
Yeah. I think we read this definition way back on the first episode.
The second episode.
Okay. Yeah. Because that sounded, the contemptible human sounded familiar.
Yeah. Like, ooh, that's very strong. And then a more softer approach is someone who doesn't treat other people with respect, which is probably a little bit more of kind of like where I sit with it. And then as I was thinking about the different types of people we're okay with, then I was like, no, I think that's really more of a hard ass, not really an asshole, right? Like there's these like variations of people.
Yeah.
I think the big part for me to kind of like separate it was if there's a mean component to it, like if you're just being an asshole. Like,
petty.
And the first thing I thought of when I thought about assholes was like little toddlers. Little kids. Because little kids can really be an asshole because they can do whatever they want. They fit out in public. And you can't do shit.
Kids.
They know. You can. They're like, we're at Publix. I'm gonna so fit. You can't do shit about it.
Yeah.
You know? You can't do shit. You're like, you little asshole. I'm gonna beat you ass when we get home. Like, yeah. You know what I mean? I'm like, they are the original.
Asshole. Yeah, that is wow. The beginning of their asshole journey.
Because it was the first thing that I thought of, like somebody who pitches a fit, one, is not gonna listen, does what they want, and I'm like,
disrespectful.
That's a kindergartner. Yeah, 5-year-old.
I would have never.
That's a 5-year-old.
I never went to a kid. Are you serious?
Well, because I think this happened when I was looking at the definitions of like somebody who whines and throws a tantrum and wants to get whatever they want. And I was like, this is a definition of every, like,
or tween.
Or tween.
Or tween. Kids in general. Fuck these kids. Kids in general, including myself, because I'm a kid. Look, like I told Dad said the other day, he was like, sometimes I thought, one day it'll end. And he was like, and I want you to remember this in case you ever have kids. He goes, it never fucking ends.
It doesn't.
It didn't make me think about the time that I took the girls to a book fair and Sherry was losing her mind. And I'm like trying to get her out of there. She's screaming. I put her in the car. She's trying to kick out the window. And I'm like, you're like, seriously?
Oh, total asshole. Yeah.
Because probably I didn't buy the pencil or whatever. But
yeah, of course.
I'm just kind of like, you know what? Kids.
The original assholes. The original asshole. I love that. I would have never thought of it. Yes, absolutely.
I get
it. Yeah, I don't think Fuck Them Kids is probably going to be the next apparel, but
I mean,
but it's true. I think it should be Kids Are Overrated should be the next apparel.
We love our children.
We do. We love them. We love the nieces and nephews.
Yes.
And then I was thinking, the next one was
that too.
Are the other assholes that we're okay, because this is more about the assholes we're okay with, and I'm okay with kids being an asshole.
Oh yeah.
And I think the other one was kind of, for me, the people that I'm okay with when they're being an asshole is like the truth teller. Like the one friend that if you bring them with you, they're gonna spill the truth to whoever you're gonna meet. Like it's no accident if I'm kind of like, Christine, can you come or have this conversation? Because that they're just going to drop the truth bomb because they just don't have any other switch.
Yeah.
Right? And like, that they're going to be the asshole if necessary because they're going to spill the truth. And so they're like the truth tellers. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to encounter someone that is an asshole, like a genuine, like that's their life goal.
Oh, yeah.
You also know there's somebody in your back pocket. They're like, you're going to get called out if I bring my sister.
Yeah.
You're going to get called out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay with that. Like, I'm not mad at that.
You know
what I mean? We all have that one friend that, if you bring them, like, they're going to call out people and they're going to match energies with whoever's around them. I'm okay with that asshole.
Okay.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I think you're right, though. I think those aren't assholes. Those are like maybe the hard asses, right? Is that what you were thinking? Like somebody who's just...
No, because I think the mature way to deal with assholes is to kind of like disengage and walk away.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? I'm talking like, you're going to go toe to toe. Yeah, I try to take the mature. But I think like if you're going to be an asshole, you better be prepared to meet your match. And I'm okay with that person who wants to meet your match. That's
okay.
She just wants to sit and watch.
Yeah. Yeah. We like the other cookie of the asshole Oreo.
You're right.
Yes.
Yeah. We know what you meant.
And you're just the cream on the inside just watching it happen. You're like, oh, look at this. Between two assholes.
Yeah. Like I know when I'm being an asshole most of the time. I know. So
it's a choice.
At times. So when I have to meet either my kids boyfriends and or girlfriend, right?
Mm.
Yeah, boyfriends and girlfriends, and either my niece's boyfriends, there's a switch that happens in my brain
Okay.
that it does not matter if Angie's around, Charles is
Right.
around, Tito.
Yeah.
I don't care. I have a mission, and it's going to be complete.
What's the
And
mission?
I want to know exactly your intentions with my kids or my niece. What are you doing? Do you go to school? Do you got a job? Do you plan on marrying her? Do you plan on marrying him? What are your parents like? Do you treat your, how do you talk to you? It's all of them have been through it, except well, both my nieces have been through it. China has been through it. Robert hasn't, but his friends have trailed in here, and they all know if you're going to bring someone to Christine, she better be able to handle all these questions.
Yeah.
So, and I think Elijah,
I think the intention is to let them know they cannot fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Right.
I will pull up.
Because there is at least one of them. Yeah. There's at least one person. And if this is the person that's just going to talk to us, imagine all the other silent ones that are sitting ready.
Yeah. Because I'm willing to say exactly what you guys are all thinking. I will just say, and then I don't care who's around. And it's not because I want to be an asshole. It's just something's in my head that goes, get it out now. Because because either my kids or my nieces need to hear the answer to this. And they're not asking, so I'm just gonna ask. I don't give a damn.
Yeah, Okay, but so they're afraid to hear, or they're not afraid, but they might not be there to like mentally ready to ask the questions that you right. And but you're like, but no, you need to hear whatever the answer is. So I'll ask it for you.
That I think that I know, because I know who you are, that you hadn't asked this damn question.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to ask David when we meet him the questions that I would ask, the ones from, my kids and
right.
I wouldn't do that. He's a grown ass man. And
right.
These are grown
different.
Kids,
it's different. Yeah.
Totally different. But yeah, I mean, I've asked, so if this person gets pregnant, what are you going to do?
Right.
I've asked those questions. What's up?
Yeah. I want to know. Yeah.
But I've asked those things, and I'm not afraid.
Yeah.
Because you need to know what the fuck is going to happen.
Yeah.
So that I know I can be looked at as an asshole, but you know what? I will proudly wear that hat. I do not
like to get down to brass tacks.
And they all know. But then after that, it's smooth sailing.
Smooth sailing. Yeah. It's just the first time. We just got to get it out, rip the Band-Aid off.
It can be the first time. It could be the first time, but but at least everybody knows that I'll pull up anytime to this day. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. No, I don't think we have ever doubted that.
I will pull up. I know her location. I'll pull up. I don't care.
We do. We do share locations in this family.
We do.
And I do that out of love. And they all know that.
They do. They do. I also think it's, I mean, and I'm never mad at it, because I think in this family, if you get one of us, you get all of us. We're like this is a group effort. All of us. When we were in church the other day, when Pastor David had said about, when you married that woman who's got that family and you don't come from that family, Charles was like, I was like,
what?
You say, because our family is so different, mine is like ginormous and loud and ginormous and all up in each other's business. And his is not.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
but I expect that you guys would do the same thing. I expect that it would not bother me. You pull up and be like, yeah, I had to deal with your kid. Okay.
Yeah.
Deal with them, because I'm not going to catch everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And if you catch it,
it takes a village.
Handle it. Don't worry if I'm going to be mad or not. If it's in the best interest of my kids or my family, don't ever worry that I'm going to be tripping. Just not, because I'm definitely not going to give a damn.
Yeah. See, I'm definitely on like on the assholes that I like are the assholes that keep people safe. So that's kind of like along the truth telling, right? So like
Mhm.
safety and like keeping you in check with reality sometimes is what we all need. And if that makes me an asshole, then like okay,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah.
I can be the asshole, you can be mad at me. That's fine, right? But if
Yeah.
it means you know, and this might be like an extreme example, but like, you know, taking somebody's keys after they've been drinking. I don't care. I can be the
Yeah.
you
Be mad.
needed to go somewhere, but call an Uber. You're not driving, right?
Yeah.
Like be mad at me. So that's where I'm like, yeah, definitely. Now I do, of course, like my my like I don't know. I won't even try and like overgeneralize what this feature trait is like, but I do believe that we all have different like personal truths on like how life should be lived and so
Yeah.
that's where I feel challenged because I'm like, well, I don't want to step towards you if that's how you think that you should live your life. And okay, but if it is safety, if it is potentially harming you or harming others, that's where I get involved. Then I'm like, hold on, we need to think through this because we shouldn't be hurting ourselves or others. So yeah.
Right.
You know,
And even if you're just getting a better understanding of why someone is living the way that they are, it's not like you're being an asshole. Be like, man, I don't understand why, you know, you'd rather live in a box than in an apartment. Can you tell me why? And then if I can support that, I will. But if not, can we figure out where we can put your box in outside my door or in my backyard? There's certain things that you know
right.
So make sure you're safe.
Yeah. Exactly.
I wrote down people of authority, but it was like just reading that line alone, independent. It could be a little bit like what?
Yeah.
But
okay.
What made me think was people in authority like firemen, paramedics, even politicians, which made me think like if we're sending people like overseas, right? And they're like, you know, trying to batch us or harm us or whatever, like you need to be an asshole for your people. Be like, we don't fuck with you like that in America. We're gonna kick your ass. You know what I mean? Like be the asshole. Do you know what I mean? Like be the asshole because there are certain presidents that have gone overseas and have chummied up to dictators. So like, no, you need to show up being a straight dick.
Yeah.
You need to show up being an asshole.
So that's what you mean by people in authority. Okay.
Yeah, like you
like
need
when
to
the time calls for it, show up.
If you're showing up on enemy territory, you need to show up wearing your asshole hat.
Okay.
Full stop.
Full stop.
We don't play.
But I need you to be a professional asshole. I don't need you to be reckless.
Right. Not reckless, but professional.
And it made me think about we had this encounter. I was really, really young with a fire department. And there was somebody on our street that was constantly calling the fire department because there was like a cat like on the roof or whatever. And the fire department came and like, well, we can't do anything about that. And they were like, the kid was like causing problems or whatever with the fireman, and the fireman was just like, you need to fucking cut it out. Like, we are here to be saving people. We're not here to be saving your damn cat. And he was kind of a little bit mean. And I was like, I was young, so I wasn't, but it stuck with me because I can still remember. We were living on Bloomfield Street, and it stuck with me because he was so mean. But being retrospective and looking back on it now, because at the time I was like, what an asshole. Like, save the cat. You know what I mean?
Right.
A little bit retrospective now, he's like, stop. You're wasting resources. And if somebody calls because there's a car accident or a heart attack or whatever, I'm out here because you won't stop calling. Like, stop.
Yeah.
Like, stop it.
Yeah.
You're being an asshole. Again, the kid being an asshole.
Kids.
Kids.
Yeah.
So when I was people of authority, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of like things like that. And I'm like, you know what? Sometimes a job calls for you to be an asshole.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so when it's called for, that's when we're ready. We're ready. Yeah. Sometimes you need to be an asshole.
Sometimes you need to. And I think the other thing was when I thought of people of authority, like sometimes bosses need to be an asshole to protect your employees. And there are times where my boss has acted like an ass to protect us. Like, you don't come from my staff.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay.
So I don't want him being an asshole to me. But sometimes bosses need to be authoritative and protect their protect their crew, right?
I am very much of the protect my team. Like when I have a team either dotted line or reporting to me, I'm going to protect. Now, to a degree, I have found like can that be detrimental? It can be, like, if you're not giving them the space to maybe like grow and like also create their own boundaries for, their work-life balance or whatever it is, then like that can. So I have had to find that balance of like being overly protective, being like, nope.
Oh, and she's frozen.
Oh no. Well, we know what she was talking about. I totally get what she's understanding. Are you frozen?
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
I don't know. I disappeared for like a couple seconds.
Yeah, you know what? It was just frozen, because sometimes when you get frozen, you get like a really, really awkward face.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Great. But no, I do like that is that is when my like asshole niche can come out. And I will say that I have found it is much easier for me to be a quote unquote asshole working remotely versus when I was in the office, and I very much played much more into the politics, just because I had to see those people every single day, or maybe because of perceptions, because of things that I witnessed, just of like behavior. And I honestly feel that working remotely has given me like an edge up, because it's given me more confidence to like say no to things or not accept certain behaviors, or like just like protect myself a little bit better. So that's also where I think being an asshole is okay. If somebody is being an asshole for themselves and their like boundaries, like, because somebody's going to be pissed off, but if you're being an asshole to like preserve who you are and or like be true to yourself, to a degree, I think that like that's a good use case. That's a good scenario.
Yeah. Right. The last asshole I think we're all okay with are the ones that are trying for the greater good.
See?
This is Gabby's part. Just save the world with a bunch of assholes.
I do.
But it made me think about people like, and the reason I thought about that is because it made me think about people like Steve Jobs, who people notoriously just said he was an asshole because he was pushing everyone. And I think in situations like that, he was, I think, trying for something for the greater good, right? Like he's trying to move us forward, trying to move where he already knew things were going, and either we need to like stay in the game or get eaten alive, right? Like, that's just the way it was going to be. And so when I think about people who kind of have this kind of notorious maybe asshole kind of persona, it's like, are they really an asshole, or were they trying to work for the greater good? Right? Like, so there's like this you don't really know for sure. Like Charles Barkley can kind of be an asshole. Do you know what I mean? So like when he's calling his teammates like chunky monkey, like that's an asshole move. Like he was like, he actually said something. He's like, the only way you're gonna jump is if I put a burger up there for you to make that jump shot. And I was
that's
like,
great.
Dude, that but he's like, trying to work for the greater good. You're an asshole, but I'm okay with it. Do you know what I mean? It's like asshole move.
How is that the greater good?
He doesn't
the greater good of the team.
Of the team.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So I know, because I had to think about the example of Steve Jobs, because with the current release of this Apple Vision Pro and just imagining where it's going to take us, I'm like, no, I don't think that was for the greater good. I think he sent us down the toilet.
Well, Steve, that's no longer in Steve.
I know, but I'm just
saying
anything
to do with that.
The snowball of of that technology.
Yeah.
So in the long chain of events, he's 6 degrees separated from the Apple Vision Pro. And
right. I mean, I'm talking about like in the 60s and 70s where he was seeing kind of the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He saw it. He clearly saw it. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, listen, like, we're gonna do this. Like, buckle up.
They buckled. They strapped in. They
because he's
hit
a
the gas
visionary.
fire and
all right.
Yeah. But some people can see that, in his behavior was very much asshole behavior. You know what I mean? But I'm kind of okay with it. Like, I wouldn't want to work underneath him, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I have an asshole that I'm okay with that I don't think that my sister, I don't think Angie's okay with.
Oh, but I am?
You might be because of some of the people you like.
Oh, crap. Secretly like. You're not supposed to let these things out.
that you secretly like. But it's kind of along the lines of people who are working for the greater good. Because you could say that laughter is the best medicine.
Oh God.
And it solves so much. So comedians, there are some comedians that I really ride for that like most people, or maybe not most people, so I won't even say most people, but that there is a split opinion about these specific comedians where some people really love them, some people really hate them, some people are like, this guy is a total asshole, or this girl is a total asshole, right? Because it can be a mix of them. But yeah, I kind of like comedians who have stuck true even in the times that we currently find ourselves, where there is a lot of criticism on, how far comedians take it, or which topics are off topic, or included, excluded, and and like to a degree I get it, because like you will find me, I am the friend that is correcting people around me, like, I don't think you should say that anymore, like, I'm not sure that's like politically correct, like I wouldn't use that word because that word seems like a word we shouldn't be using anymore. So I'm definitely that person. Like like dad is so annoyed by me sometimes because I'm always like, don't say that in public, please. I'm like, don't ever say that again. Like David, I do the same thing with him. I'm like, don't say that word. So it is very interesting that I am that person, but then I am also the person that does enjoy comedy that maybe is a little controversial, because I do think it kind of just lightens
because it's
the mood.
comedy.
Yeah, it's comedy. When
Dad says it, and when I don't know what David has said, so I don't know. So I'm just gonna lump when David says it.
Yeah,
it's because they actually. I'm gonna assume they actually think this way. The words actually come out. You're just like, sir, you're not on stage. This is not for comedy relief. You can't really say that. This is now if you're a comedian saying these things, then
because it's like a bit, or it's a you have curated that to be a joke to create,
and people are
some
expecting
sort of
that.
Yeah, exactly. So those are the assholes that I like.
Yeah.
I mean,
people saying they look Oriental, be like, Dad, you can't say people look Oriental. That's that.
And then he'll be like, it's okay. Well, I'm also
Oriental. Sir, you're not a rug. You're not a figurine. You're Asian. You're trying to say it. Say Oriental.
Yeah.
It's so long.
I think it's also a comedian thing.
Yeah. I know, because we've talked about some other scenarios where you're just like, no, like I just don't.
I would never want to censor them because I am very anti-censor. So I would never want to censor them. But there's a fine line between being nice and being mean.
Okay.
And there are some times where, there was one comedian who I used to like, and then he made some really hurtful statements about women, and then he just doubled down.
I think I know who you're talking about, and I think that
is it Matt Rife?
Yeah,
and I was like, like he just doubled down on it, and I was like, well, then I'm out, because now you're not even listening.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you haven't been in those shoes, you can't crack the joke.
Yeah.
Right? Like if it's a woman who's been through it and she's like, I need this comedic therapy to get through this and to get through my pain, girl, do what you need to do.
Okay.
But if you haven't walked in those shoes, and if you get called out by it and you say, that hurts, that hurts, and then you're like, I get it. Okay, I'll do better and I'll whatever. I get
the
that.
double down kind of got it.
But then when he doubled
really
down,
did.
I was like, for me, I'm not okay with that. Now, I would never want to censor him. Go do what you want to do. That's fine. But I'm not giving you any of my money.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's for me, that's just bordering on mean because he didn't even listen to the pain that caused.
Yeah.
Like that, I'm not into anything that causes pain for people. Like I'm totally down with like making a joke and digging at people. That's fine. But I
think mean is subjective. I mean, what meaning?
Yeah, I think I definitely agree with that.
But for me, that was mean. Like, if you get called out, and I mean, we're talking about something that is like, where it is openly, like, we could all collectively as humanity agree is not acceptable. It's not like, oh, I don't like, I think it's okay to jaywalk. Okay, like some people are like, okay, whatever. Like some people are like, fuck no, you can't jaywalk. It's against the law. Who cares? Right?
Yeah.
We're talking about something where all of humanity is going to say that's not okay.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? There's no gray area there. Right. Yeah. So, and then you just kind of double down on that. Then I'm just kind of like, well, you paying attention. Now you just want to be
I think like one of the things that they called out about that whole situation was that his his primary audience was a lot of women. Like a lot of women were obviously because they say that he was really attractive, which I don't really see it, but a lot of people did think he was attractive, or maybe they still do. Yeah. And so they were just like, they were so stunned, but they were like, he really don't give any fucks, because he did. He really, and he came back. Like, it wasn't even like he kind of doubled down, or like it wasn't like he stood his ground to like be able to use comedy in that way. He just like came back and was like I'm gonna kick the door through,
and leaned into it.
Yeah.
And for me, that's the part that I struggle with, because what you're to me, and I could be definitely wrong, I think if he had a direct experience with someone, a spouse, a sister, a mother, or whatever, who had suffered or been through that kind of experience where he was personally affected by it, I would hope he would take a different, so that he was unwilling to listen to how that could affect people. That was the part that was really disappointing, because
hopefully
he wasn't.
Hopefully he has a mentor in his life that could tell him.
You hope that
he's still very young.
He's very, very young,
and he could really come back from this. Hopefully, because he is funny.
He's not my kind of. I mean, he is funny. I don't like the attacks. Attacking women is just not my jam. I don't like it. I don't like men attacking women. There's something just visceral about when he does that. Right. That I'm just kind of like.
Yeah, I haven't watched too much of his comedy.
But I think his digs, are universal. Now, what I'm saying is hopefully that he has a mentor in his life that can say, if you want to have digs at women, these are your hard no's. These are the things that you just can't cross that line. Because I seen him take digs at everybody.
He does. It feels, and there are
people are there for that.
Swipe at people. Like, I've seen comedians like take swipes at people, and it's funny as fuck. There's just something a little bit it just feels a little personal when he does it.
But people are there for it. People want to see that. People sit up front to get roasted. find them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what it
I mean,
reminds me
there's
of?
whole communities online where they post their
They
picture and
love
just say
yeah.
roast
Yeah.
me. Yeah,
It
that's true.
reminded me of Eddie Murphy's Delirious tour.
Mm.
And when I watched that, was just so different from everything else. And he's always taking digs at people, but that specific one I did not enjoy because I was like, now you just seem angry. Like, and it was everybody loved it because it was edgy. And now when he talks about it, he's like, I hated it. He's like, I was in such a dark place and I was so angry that that's what came out. And I was just angry and he was attacking. And I remember watching it going, I don't really understand why everybody loves this because it just felt off. It wasn't like his other
into a
one.
dark side of people. It taps into that part of people that is a little bit
dark.
Because we are all of us have like, I mean, because like, you know, imagine all of us have personality on like some sort of spectrum, and there's a part of us that like I might not ever say that, but I'm probably gonna go to HE double hockey sticks for laughing at something, you know, because I'm like, oh yeah.
I have for sure said shit where I'm like,
yeah. Exactly. So, and I think like it's very interesting because so the like what you're calling out around watching certain like comedians and be like, I don't know why everybody's into this. There have been like, I'm usually a like 9 times out of 10 stand up. I like almost all of them. If they've got good delivery, if they got like a good flow and like they can tell their story and they can land the joke, like I'm pretty much there for it. But there have been some where like everybody really loved it and like I go to watch it because that is one of my favorite things to like, I really do. I don't know, maybe there's something there for me to dig deeper into, but I do really enjoy just watching it. But there have been moments where like I'm just not really vibing with this one right now, and it could be that some of the topics feel a little bit like too close to home, and I'm just like, yeah, I just like don't really find that funny. Like I'm not here for that today. But then sometimes I go back and like I might rewatch it and I'm like maybe in a different mindset. I'm like, okay, yeah, I did that. That is kind of funny. I can see that now, right? So it's really interesting because a lot of comedians talk about how, you know, most of that, like when I've watched, you know, little docu-series where a bunch of comedians share how they got into comedy, why it like resonates with them, a lot of for them, they talk about it healing or being therapeutic for very painful, you know, very painful, as they might say, fucked up lives, right? And that this is their outlet. And so it is very interesting that, yeah, in the case where you're talking about Delirious and he's saying like it was such a dark moment and that was kind of how it came out, you know, maybe that's like the difference of like how we all cope with it. And for some it comes out, you know, as those like digs and I'm gonna like, you know, I mean, there is S&M relationships. I like to hurt others. Others like to be hurt. I like to roast others. People like to be roasted.
Yeah.
It's all part of that.
I kind of feel that way with Amy Schumer. Like some of her stuff I really, really liked. It was so funny and so real and just very kind of self-deprecating. And then it just got like to be a lot. And then it didn't seem like there was any, and I haven't seen her in a while, so I don't know where she is now, but it didn't seem like there was any kind of growth to what was happening. It just seemed to be, she was kind of like just still like really leaning into the poor me, you know, just, and I was like, oh, okay.
I will say a little plug for her show. I will agree. One of her last stand-ups I wasn't a total fan of, and I did feel the same way. It just kind of felt like overdone. But her show, Beth, I
want to see it. I couldn't get into it.
I really liked the first season, and you do see her kind of in this new evolved like space where it like I really did like the show, and they just came out with a second season.
I tried. I'm trying, but
I did. I liked it. Yeah,
and I liked her early stuff, and I loved Trainwreck. Trainwreck was a great movie.
Trainwreck is such a good movie.
Great. Great.
I don't know
Great
what you
movie.
guys are talking about. Trainwreck.
Trainwreck with her and Bill Hader and LeBron James.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great
I gotta
movie.
see it.
And
Yeah.
who's the wrestler that she
John Cena.
John Cena. That I think is like one of the first movies where he's like he got his like, I don't want to say his acting start, but that was like the first moment where I think we see him like in, and that was where he started to get more like opportunities. I think after that.
Yeah.
I'm making all of that up, by the way. So
no, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I think. Well, his role was amazing, and I was really surprised by his acting chops because I was like,
so good,
pretty good. I mean, he's a real twit in but really super lovable. You're like, God, you're a dumbass, but I really love you because
I'm gonna have to see that. I have never seen
that. It's so good. It's a good watch. And like I cry at the end. So like
see, I don't like a lot of, I don't know. My sense of humor is a little off. So
it's like, do you like rom-coms? Yeah, I think you would like this.
I think you'd like it.
Rom-com thing. I keep telling you guys, I don't watch that kind of stuff.
But it's not standard like Meg Ryan, Jennifer Aniston rom-com. It's a Amy Schumer rom-com.
Exactly.
Schumer, like, I didn't eat today. I just had 12 donuts for breakfast and a bagel for lunch and then a ham and cheese sandwich and and he's like, oh, maybe we should take you to go eat. She's like,
I
didn't eat much today. I mean, I'm like crying, laughing so hard. And I mean, it was
I don't know if I find that funny. Okay.
Oh, you got because I'm not an actor. So
She didn't really deliver it like how Amy delivered it. I will say to you that I mean he's in some other movies prior to Trainwreck, but most of them wrestling movies. So like he was in The Marine. So it looks like that was maybe one of his like earliest movies, but that's him as like the Marine. It's not like him in this comedy, right? So I don't think, I really do think I might have been telling the truth, and I think like
you were,
Trainwreck might have been really the first opportunity where you see him kind of in this. That one's so good. I did like that
by him in it. I was like, oh, you can act.
Yeah,
and he's got some comedic style to him.
Do you know what I though was always, if I can just be the asshole for the minute, one of my biggest pet peeves about Amy, and maybe it was just because I couldn't pull it off and so I just didn't understand, but for her whole entire life, I think until now, I don't know if she still does it, her skirts would always be so short. Her legs would just, and I know it was because her legs are so phenomenal. So she want to show them things off. And I get it, but I just never got it. I always felt like one wrong blow of that wind. And we're going to see everything that you had yesterday, last month. And maybe we might even be able to tell the future with what we're about to see from that. Because I mean, we were so close to the nethers. I never understood how she did it. I always wondered if there was some mechanism under there, like some sort of tape or just something keeping because she never had an accident. So
I think somehow it's like so tight, it just won't move.
Yeah, maybe that was what it was, because I was always so amazed that she could get away with these teensy tiny little.
Yeah.
And she does have killer legs. Yeah, she's got killer legs. Yeah.
I'm mad at it. So okay. So comedic assholes. We're good with
comedic assholes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep. I like them. I'm okay
with that. I'm okay with it.
We like Real Housewife assholes.
Oh,
some of them.
They're our favorite.
Our favorite kind of asshole is a Real Housewife asshole.
Even a Married to Medicine asshole. I am good with that.
I am so here for. How did I miss that?
Yeah.
I know.
Any asshole on the Bravo channel, we're here for.
Yeah.
I cannot believe I missed that. Wow, shame on me.
Shame on me. Yeah.
The Real Housewife.
How are you doing, Gaby? Where are you?
I'm making my way through Potomac. They're currently in New Orleans right now, so I'm seasons behind.
You're in this season? Oh
no, I'm in season 4.
Oh, you got some catching up to do.
I got some catching up to do. Look, I'm in another house with another man who doesn't want to watch trash TV with me. Dad didn't want to watch it. David doesn't want to watch it. So
Charles doesn't watch it with me either.
Does Tito watch Real Housewives with you?
No.
No. Okay. Well,
I mean, he'll come in and he'll look at the TV because I'm watching it in the room, and he just like, okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I tell him it's for research. And he's like, whatever. And he just like leaves.
Yeah. But we don't typically watch TV together. I mean, he watches what he watches.
I don't watch TV with.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes me feel so much better because David the other night was like, we should find something to watch together. That way we can, do the thing and watch. But I'm like, but we don't like the same things. You want to watch
at least one
stuff
thing.
about Rome.
One thing. So we do find something. So like on a weekend, if we're like, hey, do you want to binge something? And then we choose something and then we'll watch it together, and then we spend that time. And then I go back to Real Housewives, and
everyone retreat to their own area.
And then okay. Like all right, I'm ready. Okay, so guess what we picked
together? Yeah. What
we picked? So we're not going to do a TV series because we couldn't agree on one. So we picked John Wick.
Ooh,
that's
good.
That's good.
Because he's never seen John Wick. Because I know. Because he was saying he was like we could rewatch the Bourne series, and I was like, totally. I will definitely watch the Bourne because see, I love we're an action family. We like action movies. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't like superhero because he likes he does not like superhero. He will go see superhero with me, but he does not like superhero. Because he's like super into.
We got Tito.
Exactly. Yeah, we got one. But so we're gonna watch John Wick, and I am so excited.
You know what? If you want to watch a series together, Reacher is on Amazon Prime. You would really like that.
Yeah. Okay.
They're in their second season right now, so you could binge all season 1.
She needs to watch.
Is it a period
Housewives?
No. Yes. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about with her man so they can watch together.
Yeah,
yeah, that's what Charles and I watched together. We watched Reacher. That's a really, really good, and it's kind of like Jason Bourne on acid. It's really good.
We're ready. We're okay.
Oh yeah.
See, we got it. Option.
Tito and I watched the Vikings together.
Okay. See, he would totally be into that because he likes.
Is that a period piece?
Well, it's like the Viking. Yeah, it's. I don't even know this period. Yeah, it's like the Danes and stuff. I mean, it's way there.
Yeah.
But it's so good. We watched. So we watched the Vikings, and we watched. We didn't finish it because we got stuck. It was a long time, but we can go back. We love it, and they talk about Valhalla and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But See on Apple TV. When I tell you, I saw Jason Momoa in a different light. You don't see him. He's not Jason Momoa. He's like, that's Jason Momoa. That's a whole different acting. It's so good. So good. I haven't watched the last season, and I'm because I don't want it to end.
Okay.
But it's so good. It's on Apple. It's called See.
Apple TV. Okay. See like SEA. Or no, C like SEE.
Yeah.
Okay, not like C.
C.
Yeah. So not C and not S, like not swimming, but like C. Okay, gotcha.
It's like so good.
Put my eyes on you. Okay,
I was so impressed with his acting.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
All right, Christine, you need to give us the asshole you're okay with.
I think everybody that you guys have mentioned is pretty much this. I'm okay with all. I'm okay with assholes.
All assholes.
I'm okay because.
All of them. All the above.
All of them. Yeah.
I'm okay with all the assholes. It's your intent behind it. So if you feel like you need to be an asshole,
be one.
Be my guest.
Yeah.
Be my guest. Just
so
be
you're okay with the temporary asshole, not a permanent.
Yeah.
Oh, like all the time asshole.
Situational
asshole.
Okay, the situational asshole. How did I miss that? The housewife.
Situational asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If it's called for, right? Like,
yes.
Sometimes, and see, I think that's the beauty of the no asshole policy is that we recognize that like it's gonna happen.
Yeah, because I know I'm an asshole. I know that we all can be assholes when the situation calls for it.
Right.
But the problem is I need you to be an asshole with a backbone. I need you to be
Oh.
ready for the blowback. You
Okay.
can't be an asshole and then just be like, I'm
And not
sorry.
level up.
No. Say it
Right.
with your whole chest. If you're going to do it, say it with your whole
Okay.
chest and say it like you mean it. And then if you got to, walk away and go, damn, that was really stupid. Because I've done that a couple of times where I'm like,
Right.
I've committed to the asshole. I got to
Right.
see it through. Because
See
I'm
it
going to look
through.
like a real fool if I just pull back now. Be like, my bad.
You gotta
Okay.
commit.
Okay.
Commit to it.
Yeah, I get that.
That's my thing. So I'm okay with an asshole. I don't have to fuck around with you. You don't have to fuck around. I don't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm okay with it because I know that I can be. So I'm not gonna be an asshole and say you can't be or I'm mad at you because you are. Because when I am, I need you to be like, oh well, especially if that's not who you are all the time, right? If I know that that's not your personality, I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Okay. So situational.
Yeah. That's the best kind because it catches you off guard. And I love it. And then we could talk about it later.
There are, yeah. I really try not to be one, but there are definitely, yeah.
I'm definitely
you have
one.
to be.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's just no way to not be one. The world is too, the worlds, humans, human, and people
You say
be
the
people.
world's world?
Yeah, the world's world and people be peopling, and sometimes
The
you just can't help it. The internet's gonna internet.
Okay.
Yeah. I just like I used to have a really hard time accepting that not everybody likes you. Right? That you're going to go through life and you're not going to be friends with everybody, right?
You want to be?
Not that I wanted to be friends with everybody, but I wanted to be liked by everybody. That's a little bit, right? Like that's a little bit of I just want all the validation. Like, am I doing right by everybody around me? And I realize, fuck that. I need to do right by everybody. I need to do right by myself and by those that I care for and love, and I try and respect most people, right? But I'm not going to get it right every time. I'm going to piss somebody off. Some people are just not going to like me. Just like I don't like some people just because there are some people I just don't like, and I can't really explain it to them, or you can't really do anything. Like Taylor, I'm so sorry. There's nothing you can do. I just don't like you, but it's okay. You know what I mean? You're talented. We're not going to say you're not talented. You're very talented. You just won a Grammy last night, and you
could just stop,
traveling the world.
Just stop while you're ahead.
But anyways, that's when you find out
you just don't like her music. That's it. You just don't like her music.
Yeah, because I don't know her personally.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say you.
Okay.
I don't know her I don't know her Gaby to Taylor, right? So yeah.
Her music is just not your jam. And that I can understand.
It's just not my jam. It's not my jam, and I just don't understand the hype. That's really what it is. And so so that's really what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really did. I really used to have a problem if people didn't like me, but now I'm like, oh, I don't really care. I mean, I still care. I do.
Yeah. Thinking about being friends with a lot of people gives me so much anxiety.
Yeah.
So much anxiety. I'm like, I don't want to be your friend. No.
Exactly.
It's so much anxiety. No. I've got just the right amount of people in my life right now.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I had lunch today with a friend, and I was like, this works. I don't need any more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
tell me about it.
I don't want anybody to leave my life. I don't want anybody added.
Right. We have reached homeostasis.
Your quota. Yeah.
And we need no more chaos.
Yeah. We're good. We are so good right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I don't, but I think that that's more age. And I think the older you get, the less you just care.
Yeah.
I think the older I get the more that I realize that people really are not talking about you.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
They're
They
not.
really
And
not.
it's so narcissistic to think that everybody cares about you. Like when you really think about it, like, gosh, it's so egotistical for me to sit here and think that like these people care about what I'm doing. But those are the crazy voices in my head. You know, like I just like I will always remember how crippling it was to go to the library in college. I couldn't do it. I couldn't go by myself. I would hear like everything everybody was saying in the library about me, which is crazy. Like, let's be real. That's insane. But this is a very vulnerable, real moment with you guys. Yes, I had a very hard time going to the I could not study at the library because I was so concerned that everybody was just like watching me and being like, gosh, she's so stupid. Like, why is she even here? She shouldn't even try. Like, those are the crazy things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it is. And so when you sit back and you say, like, why would you think everybody cares about you? Like, why would you think everybody's talking about it? That is very, like, it's a very egotistical way of thinking, but in a very weird way. So, yeah. So, yes,
I
it's
don't
so
think it's
true.
egotistical, but I think it's just being. I think there's just kind of like a need of like wanting people to be okay around you or like you and not be uncomfortable. I don't know if it's egotistical.
I try not to think it is, but somebody
I
said that
don't
to me
think
once, and I
so.
was like,
well, were they did they have a degree to tell you something like that? No, if you had to think about it, if you didn't pay them a
I'm like,
copay to tell you some shit like that,
Yeah,
then
I
don't
mean, I
think
just don't see that as egotistical.
no,
I
I
think
didn't.
it's just
you pay your copay for that.
I think
kind
it
of
was.
therapy.
I think no. I think it was. I think it was. You know, one of those videos on Instagram where somebody's giving their opinion about something, and I'm like, oh,
those are so. Oh, don't get your therapy off fucking Instagram or.
I know.
TikTok
I know. I really need to start paying a copay again.
Yeah, that is not egotistical.
That's not. Well, I don't think that's what they meant.
Okay, maybe I took it the wrong way.
What was it that somebody was like referencing a video, and I'm like, I need to see that. And then when I watched it, I'm like, that's not what they said. It was like totally different.
Really?
Like, that's not what they said. Oh, I guess not. I'm like,
and not everything that people tell you or that you hear is fact.
Yeah.
Even if someone that told you, someone that you paid a copay to told you that, doesn't mean that you actually have to believe that.
Yeah, that's true.
There's
That's
some
true.
quacks out there.
There are.
I have disagreed with people with an MD behind their name.
Yeah.
And I was right.
Yeah,
I was right because I was like, that's not right. That's not a fact. That's wrong.
See, that is also becoming an adult, is realizing that just because people hold those certain titles doesn't mean that they're invincible or always right. Because, you know, you grow up thinking like doctors are superheroes, nurses are like magicians, and like all these people can do all these wonderful things because they know way more. And then you realize like, oh no, this is just me. Like this is just me who went through 8 years of school and did it. And they're just like me. And now that I know people who are like, now that I have friends and I'm like, yeah, they're a doctor or they're a surgeon or I'm like, but I have seen that person literally like stumble down the stairs, you know, like in drunk nights or whatever, you know, and it's like it's the real human side of them, the like non, you know, and of course they are not doing that when they're practicing medicine, but I'm just saying like that little moment of seeing a human side of that, you're like, oh, everybody's just a human.
Well,
exactly.
Everybody's just...
I was watching the verdict came in today, the Jennifer Crumbly case.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But her defense attorney, I mean, I'm not attorney, but she was having a lot of problems. I mean, she was having a lot of problems. And this is what made me think like I would have been a killer attorney. She was like going through...
that would be narcissist. You saw that? You saw the arrogance?
Oh, I would have definitely, because I tell you what she said. This is a trial where it's the mother was being tried because her son
killed four.
And the children's parents are in the courthouse in the and she says she's struggling with the video with some exhibits. And she's like, Your Honor, I mean, I just can't do this. I mean, I just want to kill myself.
She said that?
She said that.
Did she try to recover from that?
She didn't that day, but the prosecutor was like, Your Honor, we may need a break.
Because recess.
She's come
sidebar or whatever it's called.
Sidebar.
So bad. It was so. And we're going to save all these clips, and I'm saving these for the episode that we have coming up regarding law cases.
Yeah.
But she said that. Now, the next day she came into court, and she's like, because TikTok blew up, and
I didn't see that.
She came in and said, I need to address. She said it in front of the jury, and she said it in front of the parents. Yeah. And she's like, it got the best of me. And it was like, just because you have a degree, just because you have a law degree, doesn't make you infallible or brighter or smarter or with more wisdom than anybody else. Yeah. I mean, when I watched that, I was like, what? I mean, shock.
Yeah.
Shock.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's so sad.
I mean, could you imagine like you're in there?
No, I can't.
And the defense attorney defending the woman of the mother, you know what I mean? And she says, just kill myself. And I'm like, I mean, talk about insensitivity.
Yeah. Like, I'm just like, and the slow blink starts and we're all like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That just happened? Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa.
Wild.
Wow.
Absolutely
really
wild.
Yeah.
So with that, next week, we have Super Bowl coming up.
Super Bowl. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Let's just a round of who's rooting for the 49ers. Stop it. Thank you. Okay, I was about to say.
I'm rooting for the 49ers, but my husband got me this t-shirt because I notoriously do not enjoy conflict. Peace.
Okay.
So all of a sudden he gave me, I think it was for my birthday because I don't remember. So I was getting ready for the show today, and then I ran across this t-shirt, and I'm like, this is perfect leading into Super Bowl weekend. Like, I want my 49ers to win, but as long as those teams had fun.
No, I actually kind of definitely want to see the Chiefs lose a very dirty loss.
Oh, okay. So anyways,
because
this is me trying not to be an asshole. This is just me wanting to be fun. Right.
All right.
So, but I'm right. We're going in for the 49ers. Normally, because I'm a Raider, I'd be rooting for the Chiefs because they're an AFC team. However, family before all.
Yeah, family before all.
Dad would be. Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
We're rooting for the 40. Here's the thing. I'm not sure Dad would take the same stance. Would he ride or die for one of our teams?
Yes.
Yes, he would.
Hell yeah.
He would?
Yeah. Hell yes.
He's called me on when I was going for Nebraska. He was like, are we really doing this?
Always.
Yes, Daddy, we are. I still got my Nebraska.
Oh my gosh.
I like it.
I went over to Dad's house last Sunday when the playoff game was happening. This man had at least 4 flags up in the yard. He had the flag coming off of the garage. He had the mini flag right in front of the stairs. He had the big standing tall flag. Then I think there was a 4th flag somewhere. I just can't remember where it was. I know that. Yeah, I was like, oh, he is ready. But the thing is that all 3 of them, the whole cul-de-sac had teams. So our neighbors. I say our neighbors because, that's my house too. So our neighbors directly next to the house, they are Baltimore fans. So obviously they did not win. But the Chiefs, so 2 houses over, they're Chiefs fans. So Dad and him are going head to head in the Super Bowl. So the cul-de-sac is going to be on fire this Sunday.
Are you going over there?
I don't know. Maybe I might. I don't have any plans yet for the Super Bowl.
Oh,
so.
I would totally be watching it with Dad. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'd be watching it outside, just sitting there.
I know.
We should have a watch party.
A watch party of watch Dad watch the Super Bowl.
Well, we all watch it together.
Oh,
You
we've
could do
all
a
watched
watch
it
party.
together. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
anyone excited for Usher?
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I like Usher.
I do too.
And you know why I'm not allowed to. Yeah,
Two
I can't
up,
say.
two down. VA, baby.
I like him because I know somebody who tried to come for
I think
him,
he's from
and
VA, right?
it wasn't very nice, and I didn't like that.
Yeah.
It was personal, and I was like, "Oh, you're just being mean. I don't like that." So,
Oh.
and I don't like people who come for people unnecessarily. So ever since then, I was kind of like, So
yeah.
Now I kind of, but I like Usher's music. So.
Oh no, he's not from. Why do you think
he's from the ATL?
Yeah, I was just about to say, why did I think
Dallas.
he was from?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
Dallas,
like Dallas. No, you're right. ATL origin. What am I thinking of? What?
You think about Pharrell?
Pharrell's from Virginia Beach.
No, yeah, he is. Yeah, that I have no doubt about. But what song am I thinking of? Of that song, but I'm pretty sure it's him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh gosh, now I'm gonna be now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
so the mod said he is from Dallas.
Yeah, born in Dallas. Oh, okay. What song is that? Peace Up A Town. Okay.
Yeah, by Usher. Okay.
A Town. That's what it is. Peace Up A Town. Peace Up A Town. Yeah, okay. All right.
Leave it to the mods to save us
leave
again.
It. Yes, exactly.
We should
but on that note,
I have my jokes. I'm the worst joke teller.
Okay.
Jokes. I am the worst joke teller.
We're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna
with some dad jokes.
An hour and a half. And we're gonna wrap up with a dad joke from
Christine.
Yeah.
And I don't say these well, so whatever. Okay. Don't be an asshole because you don't like the way I say it. Okay.
All right. We're ready.
What do you call a mute gynecologist?
Oh my God.
Do you know it, Anne?
No.
I don't know.
A lip reader.
Okay, you got that one. You got that one. Good? You did good on that one.
Okay, I have one more.
Okay, tell us the next one.
Okay. Why do boys fart louder than girls? Because they have a microphone and 2 speakers.
Oh. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God.
Way to end the show, Christine. Way to end the show.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Yes. Take a bow.
Well done. Take a bow. Take a bow.
I'm here all day, ladies and gentlemen.
Tip your servers.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's how we should end it every time.
Yes.
I'm going to try to come up with at least 2 jokes because I am the worst joke teller.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I like that. Yep.
I like that.
All right. So next week, are we talking about the Super Bowl? Right. Next week, we're talking about our favorite halftime shows.
Our favorite halftime shows.
Oh.
Okay.
And I've got favorites.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to have to figure it out because I don't.
Well, figure it out and bring your jokes. We'll take care of the halftime shows. You just come prepared with your jokes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Man.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it was fun. A much longer show, and
I
know that we have some friends here watching. If you're here, say hello so we can say hi back to you. And also, if there's an asshole that you're okay with that we missed, I mean, drop it in the comments.
Tell us.
Also, we're actually curious about which halftime shows you guys like. So drop down below.
Send us the links.
One, you're excited about Usher. Who you're rooting for.
Yep.
San Francisco.
49ers.
And
San Francisco.
And you're the asshole that you're okay with. So
okay.
We want some 411 on our friends. So thanks.
Tell us
some more. We nosy.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much for coming. I'm so great seeing your beautiful faces.
Nice seeing you guys. Good seeing you.
Guys. See you next week. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
And that is a wrap. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you enjoyed yourself, please hit the subscribe button and leave a comment. We'd love to see you back next time. You can reach us at info@noassy.com. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram and even on your favorite podcast platforms. Until next time, bye.